Hey guys, it's me, the YouTube guy, aka the one that says big reviewing coming and then abandons his channel for like 6 months only to come back to his original first channel and upload there. That's right, it was a prank all along and I got all 26 of you. Freaking got 'em, broski dude. Let's go. Oh, poor baby. Did you fall victim to the classic blunder? One of the most famous being getting involved with a land war with Asia. There it is. There it is. He said it. I didn't say it. He said it. Here, I'll let you guys listen. That, when did this get so out of line? Alright, let's see. Princess Bride reference, check. Bozzy reference, check. WWE reference. Oddly specific, but haven't done that, so moving on. Today, I will be reviewing... Oh wait, hold on. Let me turn off Spotify, guys, so you can get it. Look at this. Cool. It's like other YouTubers, guys. Bro, I'm like a real YouTuber. So, today I will be reviewing Resident Evil 8. Excuse me, I mean, tearing it apart. This game is trash, but it's okay. I won't hit you with a re-sound effect like I did with my old Resident Evil review.
Number 3, I don't like you.
When I rewatched that part of my Resident Evil 7 review, I physically can feel the cringe just entering my body as my life force leaves it, and the cringe comes to just take its place. Like, I'm like those one people from the room. Except instead of getting the zucchini, I was supposed to say zuck, but it changed it to zucchini when I was writing the script, and I thought it was kind of funny. Kind of funny, bro. I'm gonna get the zucchini. Instead of getting the zucchini from a haunted tape, I get it from rewatching my cringy past attempts at humor. It's okay, I don't even fully agree with the opinions I had expressed in that video. I actually love Resident Evil 7 now. It's actually one of my favorite games of all time. So, with that said, we're just gonna just hold on. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? I got a trash. It's right there. Shit. There we go. It's in the trash bin now. That video in here. We forgot about it. What's in here? I can't remember. We forgot about it, you know? Alright. That's one piece of trash thrown in the garbage. Now, I just have to deal with Resident Evil 7. Which is basically the same scenario. Whoa! Also, if you're wondering why I'm holding my mic, it's because of this clip right here. I can't unclip it. It just won't. It won't clip. So like, it won't clip to my shirt. So this is the best you're getting. Okay. Now, you probably won't be super shocked by this, but I love Resident Evil 7. Okay. I mean, but you may have been thrown off by my old video, but what I said earlier is, you know, stop talking about it, shut up about it, we forgot about that. What are you talking about? Nothing. If you don't stop talking about it, I will shoot Stanley Ball. I'll do it.
Ah! Ah! No! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Hush, little baby, don't you cry. I'm gonna shoot.
No! Oh my god!
Ball.
No!
Not really, I'm not actually gonna shoot Stanley Ball. Stanley Ball's pretty cool, not gonna lie. He shaped my life, my wife and kids, my life, wife, and kids. All three. It's hard to make a 3 with a gun in hand, okay? Anyways, on with the video. Oops.
Oh my God! No! 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 No!
Still.
Stay the fuck down!
I gotta say, I'm surprised you
Get Wi-Fi anywhere you go. You get Wi-Fi anywhere you go.
hold up.
What? Why?
Ethan, no.
Resident Evil 7 is an absolute masterpiece in my eyes. I just absolutely love this game. Which is funny, because like, when I first played it, I was like, damn, Daniel! I just didn't get it. I was like, you know, this isn't that scary, and you can even tell by my old video, but hold on, we don't talk about that. Rewind, everybody. Okay, so, when I played Among Us, and then just randomly, like a year or two after, I just remembered playing the game and being like, I was like, what the hell? This game is amazing. What did I not see in it the first time? Am I brain dead? Yes. Clinically, I am. And then, once I remembered how amazing that experience was of first playing through Resident Evil 7, I then went back to, you know, just casually, you know, get all the achievements, you know, or speedrun the game, beat it under like 2 hours, you know, get all the achievements for the DLC as well after buying them, and, you know, just casually being a turbo gamer. Guess what? Chicken butt. Chicken butt. I love Resident Evil 7, and it's probably my favorite entry into the series, with Resident Evil 2 Remake being a very close second. But when I first played it, I think I just didn't understand it. I didn't fully get Resident Evil 7, but now I do. This is why I'm so disappointed with REA, because I love what Resident Evil 7 goes for, but I'm not a big fan of what Resident Evil 4 goes for, which is basically what Resident Evil 8 goes for, with a mixture of what RE1 goes for and what RE6 goes for in there combined, but not really mixed with what RE Revelations goes for, and in the end, by going for all these things, it just becomes unfocused in what it's going for. You follow?
No.
All of the Resident Evil games are in the same genre. Well, I mean, except Resident Evil 6 is a little debatable. But all of the rest of them are in the same genre, which is survival horror. How these games tackle this genre is wildly different though, like how RE1 leans more heavily into the tense, narrow hallways, low supplies, inventory management, nearly escaping enemies' grasps kind of gameplay in the survival horror genre. While the game like RE4 goes for a more action-oriented style of gameplay while still having its survival horror roots, such as the inventory management. There's always a balance between action and survival horror for survival horror games, and to be more action-oriented like Resident Evil 4 or more survival-oriented like Resident Evil 1. I mean, there's games like Amnesia
If I saw that damn thing in my living room,
and Outlast,
I'd stomp on it until it was a small brown stain.
but like, you know, you can't really go click, clack, boom in those, you know? So like, why would you play those? Resident Evil 7 leaned much more heavily into the survival horror aspect of the survival horror genre, which is probably why I love it, because I personally prefer the more survival oriented games in the genre. The whole like inventory management, resource management, like, you know, deciding if you want to kill this monster or run past it and risk getting grabbed and taking a hit. Maybe you might even be okay with taking that hit because you would prefer to save your ammo for something else. I love these types of games. The other version, the action-oriented, the Resident Evil 4 ones, I feel like there's just like something so rewarding and satisfying about the intensity of this type of gameplay, especially when you become so good at the game that you can just literally run past like nearly every creature and then just have like 500 rockets. Or some shit for a rocket launcher. I don't know, man. Just crazy amount of shit. Like, you know, unless you play on easy, that'll happen either way. But I mean, like, you know, you wouldn't do that, would you?
No.
Now, I was gonna say what is so great about this is that it leads to moments like this, and then show a clip of me playing RE8 where I get stuck in a house and I think that the werewolf that's chasing me, he can't enter the house, so I think he can't get me, but then he claws me through the doorway, and it was just this funny moment of like, I was like, haha, I'm safe, loser, and then he said, no, you're the loser, take an L, baby, let's go. It was pretty funny, but I lost the footage because I accidentally deleted my entire Resident Evil 8 playthrough. So yeah, I'm a little bit of a, brainlet. I'm a little bit of a slow brain. This is one of my biggest problems with RE8 because honestly, if it was just the story problems, this would probably still be one of my favorite games of all time. Probably one of my favorite entries into the series. But they had to go and change the gameplay, the part that I loved so much from RE7. And they did it in some of the worst ways imaginable. They basically turned on baby mode. Jablinski Games.
FNAF at Freddy's. Underneath the mistletoe. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody, to the channel. I am Why do I have my fan on? This is bad. Sorry, guys, for the people who diarrhea, dog shit, dog water, daughter. What happened? Why we in darkness? What's happening? The hell, bro? Oh. Yeah, woo! I'm an editor. I'm a video editor. Poggers Champers. Look at me. Look at that sus face. Hold on, let me just. Wee. Look at that. Look at that sus face. I'm sus. Sorry for the bad audio. Brr.
No.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about. Woo!
Let me get a sip of my morning milk. Just kidding, it's coffee.
Yeah, that's right. I lied to you. Going under the name Morning Milk, but in the mornings, I drink coffee. We were at the baby part. Okay, so basically what I was saying is I ain't no baby.
Yes, you are, big head.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. You a big head loser, and you also a baby bitch.
I am a baby?
Yeah. You're a loser, big head. Big head loser, big head loser. Cringe. You're posting cringe right now. My big head guy. You're a baby bitch.
Hey, what's her name by any chance? Is it Miranda?
No, it's Phil, but I'll be seeing you later, you know?
Hey, I see you
I'm
over
just
there.
gonna get out of here,
Oh, come
okay?
on,
I'm just gonna get out of here.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
my
no,
boy.
no, you're not ineligible.
You're fake as fuck.
I'm gonna move. Oh, shit!
Got him. So, in Resident Evil 7, you have this very dynamic inventory system where all items, including crafting resources and key items, take up space in the inventory. This means you always have to weigh the cost of inventory space when taking something with you or leaving it in the item box. So there's this constant back and forth of, do I want more protection from all the ghouls, goblins, and Adam Sandler Dracula waiting outside of the safe room for me?
Time for Halloween. Don't come to my house or else I'll suck your dick and blood. I'll suck your blood.
Or do I want to have less protection and then get eaten by the ghouls, goblins, and Adam Sandler Dracula's booty? Excuse me, I said that wrong. You eat Adam Sandler Dracula's booty.
Oh shit.
But, get this, in Resident Evil 8, there's no item box. None.
What the dog doing?
You give it back. Adam Sandler Dracula, you give it back. I want my item box back, Adam Sandler Dracula. Okay, so I can only forgive this massive sin because of Adam Sandler Dracula's massive dumping. But yeah, they took away the key ingredient in this entire system, the item box.
These guns ain't worth shit.
I was baffled, shook, in awe. I pissed and shitted myself.
Monster, how should I feel?
This is a massive change from Resident Evil 7, as 7 utilized the item box so much that it was like, I can't imagine the game without the item box. But this was one of the first red flags for me that Resident Evil 8 was just not gonna give me what I wanted, because, you know, it takes out that whole tension of, do I bring the boomstick or not?
Oh, hell no, man.
Yes. In Resident Evil 8, yes.
No.
Every time. In fact, you can't even not bring the boomstick because there's no item box to put it in. I mean, unless you sell the boomstick, but like, why would you do that? You don't need the inventory space. They give you plenty of inventory space in Resident Evil 8 to the point where you'll just be stockpiled with like 50 different overpowered guns, and you won't even know what to do with yourself. And what makes your inventory space infinitely easier to manage is the fact that key items and resources have their own inventory spaces that also have unlimited inventory spaces. So you literally don't even have to worry about key items or resources or managing them in your inventory. No, you can hold infinite of them. If you have like 50 keys, they're all in your backpack. You're just carrying around 50 keys in your backpack, baby. Let's go. How spooky does that sound? How mortifying does that sound? Like, oh no, I have to bring the boomstick. I have to bring the boomstick. And then they have the gall to also have inventory upgrades. Like, yes, oh my god, yes, I need more weapons. I am not overpowered enough in this game. I have to feel like Chris Redfield in Resident Evil 5 when he was punching the shit out of boulders. Please, I need to punch a boulder. Hey, editor, what are you doing? Stop showing that. Just kidding with you. You can't show the footage of me buying inventory upgrades because you stupidly deleted it. Boy, you stupid. I'm untouchable. I'm just a god. Hey, whoa, hold on. I know you have that power, but like, don't do it, please. Maybe. I mean, I get it. You know, sometimes I'm a little. The most they use the inventory system is for the ingredients you get for the recipes that the shopkeep can cook to increase all of your stats, like health, you know, like reload speed, etc., you know, whatever. But like, it ends up like just being tedious because there's no item box. So guess that means if you have a bunch of ingredients and not enough space in your inventory, then you have to go all the way back to the shopkeep just to give him the ingredients so that they are out of your inventory, and it's just annoying. Like, if you're gonna go with basically no inventory management, then just go full no inventory management. Have those recipe ingredients also go into like the resources tab or the key items or whatever. Like, this is just making the game more tedious and not in a good way. Resident Evil 7 is in a good way because the whole point is that you have to manage your entire inventory rather than just a little tiny, just a little bit right here, just a little bit right here.
Oh, there he is. Oh no, Sam Cedar. What a fucking nightmare.
I mostly just read Zootopia porn.
The only way to mitigate this is to either sell some of your stuff before you leave the shopkeep, like ammo, or buying an inventory upgrade. This just isn't an interesting way to integrate inventory management into the game, at least in my opinion. It's much more fun and interesting when you're in complete control of all the items you have in your inventory, but space is more limited. This makes it so that the tediousness of the experience is completely dependent on the player's decisions with their inventory. I feel this makes the experience less tedious in general anyways, because even when you do backtrack, you only have yourself to blame because you're the one that didn't manage your inventory well enough.
Hi.
So basically, they looked at the inventory So basically, they looked at the inventory system of 7 and said, yeah, let's do that, but not. So I didn't really know how to transition to the next part in my script, so I just left my iPad at work. The comparisons between 8 and 7 really are night and day. Like 7 had the really in-depth inventory management system, and 8 turned on inventory management baby mode. 7 is drenched in more grounded horror, and it's just oozing with atmosphere, and it just all comes together to make the spooky much more spooky. 8 is a funny, goofy, haha, spooky roller coaster, but made for 7 and up. But instead of roller coaster, it's more like one of those little Halloween hay rides you would go on when, like, you know, the horseman would go, oh, except then he leaves you alone because he realizes you're in a hay cart made by Gucci. And so he says, alright, I'm gonna respect the drip and leave you alone. 7 is just seeping atmosphere and tension with its tight corridors and relatable horror setting, which is just an old, busted, broken down Louisiana bayou house. Like, that's such a relatable location because there's a lot of people that will live out in the bayou. It's not like, it's not intangible. It's not some place where no one would live. But I mean, but I'm sure people would definitely live in a old Victorian style Castlevania castle. Oh, I'm sure that would happen.
I do.
Yeah, that's right. It's me. It's Daddy Draken. I'm here to tell you, I do. I live in Castlevania. Okay, so you can just stop like posting cringe and shit, you stupid puny YouTube mortal.
I mean, I guess it could technically happen if you're like the Addams Family.
Greetings from Transylvania!
Even the old games understood this whole like relatable horror aspect of the more relatable the setting, the more horrific the scenario is. Even the first game, it takes place in an old, spooky, broken down mansion filled with ghouls and goblins. Now, obviously, this is edging 8's aneurysm, as not many people live in mansions, but there's still a lot of people out there that do. Like Bezos. Bezos lives in a mansion. Alright, Resident Evil 1 takes place in Bezos Mansion, confirmed. I mean, I totally concede that Resident Evil 1 setting is still pretty goofy with its, like, you know, really campy, cheesy setting of an old creaky mansion. Ooh, spooky! With a monster lurking around the corner. Ah! It's like literally just like perfect setting for a campfire horror story. But Resident Evil 2 literally like basically perfected this because it takes place in a police station. Like, not only is it relatable, but it's also like a perfect place to put it because those are the people that's supposed to protect us in real life. If they can't take the monsters on, oh buddy, you are fucked. The best horror games make you feel powerless, even if you have ways to defend yourself. What better way to put that expectation into your mind than making it so that the big bad took out basically all the cops in the area, so you basically have to just be better than cops at defending yourself. Resident Evil 3 actually got this idea pretty, like, nailed it pretty well, because it's set in a little small area in a city, and, you know, that's better than Resident Evil 1. Like, that's more relatable. A lot of people go to the city and do stuff. They'll go out to eat or watch a movie. What I was saying was they would go out to eat or watch a movie, or, you know, they'll just go out to do something in the city. So it's like, it's a good setting because a lot of people are in the city. It's a relatable place. But there's like not a single relatable location, not one single relatable place in Resident Evil 8. And I think that's part of the reason that I really don't like 8, because it just struggles a lot with this idea of relatable horror, a setting that is relatable and you can really just put yourself into. Now, this possibly could just be me, as there are a lot of people that would probably be scared by 8. And I know there's a lot of people scared by Resident Evil 4.
Why should you not? He turned himself into a pickle. It was the funniest shit I've ever seen.
And personally, I just don't find 4 like scary at all. And this is why, because it's just not a place that I could see myself being in that situation. But for other people, I could see it being something like you are in an alien location that you've never been to and it's full of creepy monsters and stuff. That I can understand. That might be why people are scared of Resident Evil 4. But personally for me, at least for games like this, I'm more scared of them when they're in a place that I can relate to much more easily. If it's something like the Alien series when it's out in space, yeah, sure, go fuck wild. Make a setting that I don't recognize and I'm scared of because I don't know where to go or what to do. This is why 7, in my opinion, one of the reasons at least, why 7 is just way better than 8, because it has the location and the villains. They're both actually, they feel realistic enough. They're believable enough that you're like, yeah, I mean, realistically, I could go out into the bayou, find an old abandoned house out there, and then just like when I go in there, oh shit, there's like a crazed lunatic family out there ready to eat me and murder me. It's not like one of the villains can turn into a big massive evil crocodile boy, or a big massive evil wasp boy, or a big massive evil massive scrap metal boy. Now I'm not gonna sit here and say that there's literally no big, oh wait, hold on, guys, hold on. Ooh, that looks better. Ooh, let's go. Shee. Now, I won't say that the Resident Evil 7 doesn't have big, massive, honking boss dudes, but it's much more rare in 7, and most of the bosses really don't do that. And when they do that, it actually kind of makes sense with how the story is being set up. Like, Jack is like kind of set up as the main villain. He keeps coming back throughout the game, whereas all the other villains only have their own little section. Jack has multiple moments where he comes back, so it kind of makes sense that he would turn into this big massive big boy for his final boss fight. The only other time it happens is also at the climax, which makes sense because it's the climax. Like, it makes sense. And the only other boss fight where the boss like transforms is in the Marguerite fight, and that I wouldn't really count as turning into a big massive spectacle, because it feels more like it's really leaning into that horror, because it just makes her limbs like elongated. Like, it basically just stretches her limbs out, and I think makes her a bit taller. And that's like, yeah, that's literally just taking her, the character that's already in the uncanny valley, and really just pushing it far into the uncanny valley, rather than, oh, big boss, big bad boss, ooh, kill me, ooh, here's my big red eye, shoot it please. That's most Resident Evil 8 bosses. That's like all Resident Evil 8 bosses. I think this is because in 8 they had more emphasis on the spectacle of the fights rather than the horror, and I think that was actually a massive misstep, because I will always remember the Marguerite fight way more than I will remember the Lady D fight, because there's that sense of dread and horror and tension each time I go into the Marguerite fight. Like, it's like I'm used to it, but I'm still freaked out by it, because it's like it's like a horror that's not just gonna go away after the jump scare. Like, because of the fact that they pushed her into the uncanny valley and the arena and how she can grab you from ceilings and everything, it's an amazing boss fight, and I will always remember it, and every time I go into it I will always still have some of that fear, even if I've played it like 10 times now, which I probably have played it like 10 times now. Ooh, okay. Alright, boys. Well, apparently it looks like this joke is gonna cost too much for, someone on a Starbucks barista, payroll. So, yeah, we're just gonna have to do this with, like, sketches on the screen. It's gonna be real epic and pog, It'll be so good, boys. You'll love it, boys. And girls. Yeah, so it costs too much, so we're just gonna do it in a Sprite. So, here I am right here. I'm on a computer. Boop, boop.
Boop. Here's my computer right here. Whip, 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 whip. Epic. Look at me. I'm writing a computer on a computer. There's my chair right there. Wow, epic. Yeah. So there's the scene right there. And I'm doing that stuff. And then after that scene, it shows the computer screen. And it says Joe. I know. I know. It just writes itself, honestly, this comedy. So then it does a zoom up of my face with glasses, cool glasses, and I pull them down. I'm pulling them down right now, and I go, "Mama." So that's the bazinga part right there. Okay, and then after that, God shows up. He's so big, you can't even see him. He's just not even on the screen. I go LMAO. Who is you? So that's the part right there. Man, this is gonna work out really well. I think this skit is coming along pretty well. Honestly, this is working out pretty good. Maybe he bends down. He goes, "Me, God." It's God. God showed up. And you crossed a line. This line right here, you crossed it like this. And it's time to experience gamer death. Right there, that's the tombstone. That's my tombstone. Okay? And then let's see here. Look, I got a little glare. I got a plan. Can I say bye to my friend at least? So then God goes, "Sure, little dude. What name? My guy, what name?" And then my little scheming self over here. Let me redraw God real quick. Oh, wait, he's gotta be bigger. Look, he's got a little JoJo pose going. Get it, bruh. Here, I'll give him a little more JoJo pose going there. What's the name? And then I go, look, and now it's yellow because this is stronger than God himself. Joe Mama. Now God right here is taking a massive L, okay, guys? Like the biggest L, honestly. So now God dies. He's dead. And I go, epic. Alright, that was it. Woo! Well, that takes care of that. Joke successfully written poorly. Wow, what an amazing story, full of epic and awesome and cool. Too bad 8's story has none of that. 8 goes for a, well, you're a toddler, and this is your very first spook in life, really. It dumb. Chris be like, "Ethan, no." Representing how the writers treat the players. Alright, so, get this. Chris Boulderface punches Ethan, which is, pretty impressive to survive considering my man's is stronger than a boulder, and tells Ethan, "Don't get involved, okay, loser?"
Ethan.
Yes. Knowing full well Ethan will most definitely get involved. Then, when Ethan gets involved, he tackles him and goes, "Don't get involved." Chris actually confronts Ethan 3 times, and the 3rd time he's like, "Go get him, Tiger." But I forgot to record that part of the skit, so yeah, I got him. Chris, I don't. Then Miranda goes,
Surprise! I was the witch all along!
Miranda, I don't. Then Heisenberg goes,
Surprise! I actually don't like the witch. Join me and we can defeat her together.
oh wait, these are supposed to be negative points. Then the shopkeep goes, LMFAO, I don't know what I am. You better figure it out, loser. Oh wait, you can't. There's literally no clues as to what I am. Laughing and crying emoji. The story is just absolute doo-doo, garbage, bad poo-poo, diarrhea. No, don't write this ever, please stop. Okay. It feels like it was just made for marketing. Like, there are just way too many plot holes for this to even fly as an even decent story. The only thing I can give for this story is that Ethan has a pretty decent ending, which I actually like because Ethan is like one of the most shiny parts of the story. And I know, unpopular opinion, I like Ethan.
That's special. This is getting old, Jack. You fucking stay dead, okay? Kiss my ass. Okay, you little bitch. What the fuck? Playtime, you The fuck took you guys so long?
But hey, I like Ethan. I think he's a fun character. He's kind of like a wisecracking, like, ooh, whoa, weirdo, freaky head, big head, haha, shing. That's Ethan. But even then, with the little bit of character development that they give him, it still is soured by the fact that the story is Dumbo Wumbo Gumbo,
demonic, no good, very
icky. What have I not talked about? Diarrhea, funny moment, haha, Poggers, Ethan Winters, gamer, God as a gamer, trucker. Zbinga! JK, I think I covered everything. Resident Evil 8 is just a really disappointing follow-up to 7. And if it's a clue as to the direction that the series will be going with 9, ooh, I'm guessing I probably won't like 9 either, which really sucks, because 7 was just such a high note to start this new trilogy off in, and just to literally immediately fall flat like next game, very disappointing. The only way I could see 9 being an absolute masterpiece like 7 was is if maybe 7 was supposed to be like a tribute to 1 through 3 and 8 was supposed to be like 4 through 6, so 9 is now gonna be like its own wholly original thing for the survival horror genre, like just completely new, something out of left field and wild. Now that would be awesome. I'll say that I'm absolutely hoping for that, or maybe just hoping for a return to something like 7, but I'm not holding my breath. Or am I?
Oh my goodness! This appears to be a dead body. Sleep well, brother. To any whom it may concern, I died holding my own breath. This may seem odd to you, but I had written it into the script of my YouTube video I'm making. I knew I'd be doing this at the cost of my life. I believe in this video with all my heart, so that's why I was willing to go to the distance to complete it. Even if I can't see it now that I'm the big dead. I left this note in hopes that a brave soul would come by my body and read this note so that I could ask them to complete the video for me. I already recorded it all, you just have to edit it into an easily consumable product for the people to enjoy. Cut out all the parts of me going into a 40-minute analysis of the characters if you believe you must to make it the perfect YouTube video. This is my final wish, and please don't just check my and there he goes. Check in my pocket for bubble gum and cash money? Bro, please, just finish the video for me. I guess I can do that. Hey, let's go. Okay, do the Fortnite dance with me, man.
Hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
No? Okay. Just go ahead with the video, man. Thank you so much for the help. You really took me into your arms and showed me how to make a competent YouTube video. You showed me how to live, laugh, and love. You showed me how to finally reconcile my relationship with my wife. You showed me how to be God, King, Emperor. You showed me so much in so little time. But I just have one question. Aren't you a corpse?
I am?
Oh my goodness, he's turning! He's turning! Yeah, I guess you're right, I am a skeleton. I didn't ask you that. I asked you if you were a corpse.
When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut!
Ah, you did it again, you sly devil. Is there anything you can't do? Well, I guess I can't be alive. Thank you!
Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of the video. This video has been a long time coming. I've been working on it for a hot minute, so I'm glad that you made it to the end. If you did, you know, subscribe, like, etc., do all that shit. And also check out Sweet Mylo. That's the band of some of the people that helped me with that final skit, which I literally could not have done without them. So thank you guys, and check out Sweet Mylo. Barista Girl is probably my favorite song for them. It freaking hits, man.